You can kind of see them as expensive bus stops, if you will. Also on your right, headquarter of Maersk Shipping Company, one of the biggest shipping companies in the world and one of the biggest companies in Denmark. If you have seen a light blue shipping boat or a light blue container, you have seen a Maersk shipping boat or container. If you need some help in how that looks, look no further than on the scaffolding right there, where you see the logo. A stunning blue color. You can also look up to the sky. It's almost the same blue color as the sky. That is a color that they thought was so beautiful that they actually patented it. They own this color. This is a color called Maersk Blue. So if you ever want to use this color, you have to ask for permission. And you have to pay a lot of money to use it. The 7-pointed star, 7 seas of the world, because that's why they are everywhere. Fitting, right? Also coming up on your right hand side, we have a sad chapter in Danish history, unfortunately, because these 3 big buildings coming up, these are the 3 warehouses where we used to store the goods from our colonies around the world. It used to be a colonial country, we used to have colonies. The first one is where we used to store the goods from the West Indies, now part of US Virgin Islands. This building is now the Royal Cast Collection, which is why you'll see a statue, a copy of Michelangelo stated in front of it. How do I know it's a copy? Well, because they spelled Michelangelo wrong. Have any Italian for it? I'm sorry about that. But let's see if it kind of tells for the goods our colonies and for the goods for the Gold Coast of Africa, now Ghana. And I have no idea what that big yacht is doing here. It's not usually here. But it is very big and very cool, yeah. And it's from the Cayman Islands, so, you know. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now you might be wondering, Peter, you guys have the oldest monarchy in the world, because you all knew that, right? Of course you do. You have the oldest monarchy in the world, but how does the king and the queen in the oldest monarchy in the world live? Well, look no further than on your right hand side, where you find Amalienborg Palace. Now you remember when I told you that the king and queen not always used to live here. They used to live at Christiansborg, the castle we saw from the boat. Well, Christiansborg. The royal family desperately needed a place to stay. Luckily, all noble families lived inside these 4 buildings, and they gracefully offered to move out so the royal family could move in instead, and that's what the royal family did. And they loved it so much that they've stayed ever since. So our current king, King Various, the building with the 4 chimneys. The building with the 5 chimneys is home to our former monarch, still Queen Margaret II, who abdicated in January. In the middle of